Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Andy from wholesale-help.com and welcome to another episode of eBay Sellers Tips and Tricks.
eBay Sellers Tips and Tricks. It's time to pimp your business and bring on the clicks. Yeah.
Alrighty then, wholesale fans, got another great video lined up for you today. Won't keep you too long, but this is a very important video if you are a new eBay seller. If you're thinking about getting into eBay, you've just got into eBay, or you've been selling on eBay for the past 6 to 12 months, this is important for you. The title of today's video is The Worst Mistakes to Make on eBay. I see this, unfortunately, every single day on the wholesale help community. New eBay sellers get in touch with me, and unfortunately, by that time, there's no going back. This can be fatal for your eBay career, I'm afraid. If you get these eBay fundamentals wrong in the first 6 months, you're in big trouble. So pay attention, people. I'm about to save your eBay life. Okay, so what's this all about? Well, eBay over the last few years have been getting tighter and tighter with their seller performance standards, and these days you have to be on top of your game all the time or you're gone. Simple as that. There is no coming back. eBay, unfortunately, is not a democracy. If you cross the line with eBay, you're out of there for life. The appeals process is almost a total waste of time. I've never heard of anyone getting their account back on appeal. So the simple answer is protect your feedback and seller rating with your life. That is the key takeaway for this video today. It should be that important to you, especially in the first 6 to 12 months, because it's based on percentages. And obviously, when you haven't sold many things, that's going to make a big impact. For example, if you're a top dog eBay seller selling thousands of items per day, and there are quite a few out there, then even 2, 3 or 4 negatives every single day won't even be a drop in the ocean of their feedback score. Probably wouldn't even be enough to drop their percentage down from, say, 99.9 to 99.8. And in fact, if you do find some of these sellers that are selling massive quantities, quite often they do have a lot of negatives every single month. It stands to reason that the more volume you sell, the more numpties and D-bags you're going to come across. I suppose that's a factor of doing business, but I have a feeling that these guys can and do become quite slack with their customer feedback because they're making so much money and selling such high volumes. They know that one individual customer can't touch them. And as you can imagine, eBay makes a lot of money from these high volume sellers. So they're not going to be in a hurry to get rid of them either. But if you're new and you get a negative in your first few months when you've only got, say, 10 to 15 sales under your belt, your feedback percentage is going to plummet from just one negative. So you see what I mean? You have to be very careful. So these are my top 3 rules to make sure you stay safe in the early days of your eBay business. So the first one is don't get into disagreements, people. Quite often, it's not your fault. But what does it matter whose fault it is if you have no eBay account and no way of getting it back? Sellers can be frustrating, they can be arrogant, they can be rude, disrespectful, ignorant. Boy, can they be ignorant. They don't read the listings properly, but you have to preempt this. You have to make it very clear if there are things that are important to the sale. You can't just say, well, I put it in the auction listing, too bad, so sad. They have the control, people. I know it may be difficult for some of you to bite your tongue and refrain from giving the stupid buyer a piece of your own mind. But let's be real here. They have all the power, and you do not. Ignore the potentially inflammatory comments from buyers and focus on their issue and the best way to resolve it for them. That is the key. Okay, number 2, always accept a return for refund request. Most buyers just want their money back. If there's a problem, more often than not, they just want their money back. Sometimes they will try to make it out it's your product that is at fault. They might question your packaging skills. They might question the mailman. They might question the weather, the moon's gravitational pull on the earth. They will probably state all sorts of excuses, but what it comes down to is they're concerned that they don't get their money back. So all of the above issues can instantly be resolved calmly and happily for both sides with a polite message, something like this. Dear buyer, I'm sorry you're not happy with your item, or not happy with the mailman, or not happy with the packaging, or not happy with the weather, or the moon's gravitational pull over the earth. If you would like to return your item to the below address, I would be happy to give you a full refund. And you know what? Most problems go away after a message like that. They calm down, they realise they're going to get their money back, so they're fine. You don't have to defend your packaging skills and say, all my items are perfectly packaged, there's no way it's my problem with the packaging. There's no need to go into that. Skim over those points and get to the root of the issue. You might be down a few pounds or dollars on postage as a result, but you live to fight another day. And it's not really a loss, because you'll be making profits from other items that you've sold that month. So that cost will just come out of your overall profit for that month. And if you look at it that way, at the end of the month, you're still in profit. And crucially, you still have your feedback and your account intact. Now, some of you may say, but Andy, they're only going to neg me anyway. They can't do that. If you are polite and you use the eBay message system, eBay can see what's gone on. If you are in the right and are nice and offer them a refund, if they then neg you with something that's unfair or untrue, you can report them. eBay have got a lot better at this now. Next to every transaction, there is a link to say report this seller. And if it's clear that you've done everything you should have done and that you've remained polite and calm and offered them a refund and they've still negged you, 95% of the cases, they can remove that negative feedback for you. So just keep on the path of righteousness and trust in the system. Which comes on to my last and final point, always be polite. Now, this goes without saying after everything we've just talked about, but try to avoid getting the moral victory. Now, I know how hard this is because I've come across some real idiots in the past. Some people, they will test the patience of a saint. I had a guy just the other day that bought a pair of very nice designer jeans from me, and he messaged me saying the jeans must have been altered in some way because they are not the right leg length as to what it says on the label, and that he wants a partial refund. So I messaged him back very politely and apologised and said if he's not happy with the item, he could certainly return it for a full refund. This to me was okay because he'd already bid me down in a best offer bid. When I got the jeans back, I could probably make more money from it anyway, so it's a no big deal for me really in the long run. He then came back and said he'd prefer a partial refund because his mother could probably make them into shorts. Now, this sounded like a load of rubbish to me. I checked out his eBay profile and I saw that he sold a lot of clothes and he did have a lot of designer jeans for sale. Now, this guy has either bought these deliberately to resell and he's bid me down on the seller best offer price and now he's trying to bid me down even more by getting a partial refund, or he genuinely did want these jeans for himself and realizing they're a little bit too short, thinking if I can get some more money back I can sell these for a profit. Either way, he's trying it on. I could call him out and say, I know you're trying to resell this and you've already taken money out of this deal for me, blah, 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 blah. But again, I kept my calm, I kept polite and said, I'm sorry, we don't offer partial refunds, but if you're not happy with your jeans, please return them and I'll give you 100% refund. No problem at all. You know what? He never got back to me. No negative, no refund, no return. He was just trying to get a bit of money off him. And when I very politely said that that's not what's going to happen, the problem went away. I knew he was trying it on. Playing the smart game always wins. Be smart, people. Protect your account. You only get one. You need to do everything you can to protect it. Alrighty then, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. As usual, if you found this video useful, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down the bottom left of this video. If you're not already a YouTube subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button for more videos of the same. And don't forget you can get a free Wholesale Hype membership where you get to host more guides, videos, tutorials, interviews, and of course access to the private Facebook group. That's all totally free just by clicking on the link on your screens right in front of you. Okay, that's it from me, people. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence and I'll catch you on the very next video.